Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the VTuber progress stream series that is not really much of a series, but it's what we're doing today. So we've been doing pretty much the entire last couple months. Took me like 3 minutes to actually start doing anything because I had to send all the notifications out after going live. Whatever, it's okay. So the last time we streamed was on my birthday, and I'm getting a lot of notifications here. Okay, we started on the head, and between that and this stream, I have finished the head. As you can see, every single part has been of the head has been separated. You can see that there are a lot of different parts. Like, let's break it down real quick. So, like, starting from the very first thing, which is actually the back hair. You know, this is that entire area, and like, here's the head. You know, and the neck. Let me take those out, and you see that the back hair is actually filled behind the head and the neck and just everything, even though you're not gonna see that. Again, that's the thing that everyone's saying, that make sure you actually fill up the back hair area, because you know, when the head's moving around, you're just gonna see an empty space if it's not filled properly. So you know, this is how that would look like. And this does look really weird. I'm not gonna deny that, but you know, that's just how it is. But yeah, the neck. I did start on the jacket a little bit, but for the most part, this is what we're going to be working on today. Just the rest of the body. And yeah, that's today's plan. Despite the fact that the rest of the body is much bigger than the head, I don't think it's going to be. I don't think any single part of the body is going to be as complicated as the head. But you know, not just the glasses, but the shadow of the glasses is its own little layer here. You know, because everything has to move, everything has to be able to cooperate. If you want to have some I do have some spooky background noises playing today, and I did make them a little louder because I realized they've been kind of quiet lately. And if you want some nightmare fuel, there you go. That looks very silly, but also kind of creepy. But that is what the eyes look like without the glasses. The mouth has several, you know, the goatee is its own thing. The mouth has several different layers. So this is the mouth closed, but you can take it out. That's the inside of the mouth, and then you know, the actual lips, so the mouth can close and open. There's like a smaller version too, just in case, I guess, but you can't really see it very well right now. That's okay, we'll just keep it closed for now. We don't need to have that open. You can stay right there. The right eye is one thing, and the eyes are separated into like several little parts, like the iris, the light, the other light, the shading. All of it is its own little thing, and that is the case for both eyes. The eyebrows are each separate. Not just the hair, but the shadow of the hair, it's its own thing. So you can see that, because that's gonna move around with the hair. This single strand of hair, it's its own layer. The one ear is its own layer. The ahoge, this thing, is its own layer. The other ear, the right ear is its own layer, and the rest of the hair is its own layer. Everything, every little part is its own layer, even the nose. I'm not sure if I actually got to the nose. Did I get to the nose? I probably didn't get to the nose. But that's okay, yeah, the nose. The nose is its own layer. Yeah, so it's a process. But we're doing it. Yo, see you touched up on your art since the last time we coloring and shading. Yep, I was wondering if that was spooky ambience or waves washing for a second. Yeah, we got a thing, spooky forest sounds or something like that is what we have playing, and that only lasts for an hour. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna like restart it after the hour is finished, or if I'm gonna put something else. We haven't put any music on these streams, and I mean, it's not like I'm particularly concerned for copyright problems right now, because these are just little tiny streams, but you know. Anyways, let's see. So, I did start on the fluff of the jacket, and I did separate it into the back fluff that's going to go behind the neck, and the hair just behind everything. This is the very bottom layer of the entire drawing, and the front fluff that can actually go in front of the neck. So, you know, you gotta keep in mind to do stuff like that. But for now, I guess let's specifically focus on the upper body today. I don't need to worry too much about this stuff just yet. So yeah, let's just like do the jacket, do the zipper, do the sleeves, the hands, the gloves. If I can get at least that much done, maybe not necessarily in this stream, but at least start on it on this stream, and then we should be okay. Okay, the next part of this should be the jacket. And actually the sleeves have to be their own, yeah, the sleeves have to be their own separate layers as well. And are they gonna go behind or in front? It would make sense for them to go in front actually, so that if I get hand movement, the hands will go in front of the jacket and not just behind it. But like right now it seems like they would be a little bit behind. But yeah, we're just gonna make them up front. Okay, but the jacket fluff has to be on top of the jacket, so we're just gonna do it like here. I'm gonna call that jacket. Just jacket. It doesn't need to be anything else. And call that line work, not line work. And let's get started on that. I am in a slightly uncomfortable position. I'm not sure. I can't remember the exact position that I use for like the microphone setup and everything. Because for art is a little different than I do for gaming. Because from gaming I can actually stand a little bit further away from the screen, but for art I have to be close enough to the pen tablet. So that's the thing. Okay, whatever. Let's go ahead and get started. Here I just start working on the line work, and this is really awkward. You know, the irony is that I work a lot more efficiently when I'm streaming, because, you know, there's people looking at me and I have to make sure that I'm actually working on the damn thing. But it's also more difficult because of the position that I set myself up in. But yeah, I've been working on this very, very slowly. Again, work is definitely one thing, but just general life stuff. Yes, I'm still trying to upgrade my financial position as of right now. Yeah, that's just a thing. Yeah, do that right. That don't look right. Yeah, we'll fix it later if it doesn't look right. Okay. Let's get one over here. I recently finished Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 1 and did some research on its original game to learn what changed. So much is I know that the original Neptunia Rebirth 1 is the original Neptunia, like Hyperdimension Neptunia period, is very different from its remake. In my opinion, the gameplay of Rebirth 1 is way better. That is the general opinion as well. But I like the plot of the original game and how they developed Neptune, Vert, Histoire, Compa, Efi, and the two side characters, Gusts and Nisa. Noir and Blank were pretty bad though. Interesting. Now, on the subject of Hyperdimension Neptunia 1, the first Neptunia game to come out on PS5, Go Hyper something another. Okay, basically it's another freaking remake, remaster, reboot, whatever, of Hyperdimension Neptunia Rebirth 1. For those of you who don't know, the original Hyperdimension Neptunia has been made a lot of times. You know, the original, then Rebirth, and then they made another remake of it, right? Like Rebirth Deluxe Edition or something like that. That was on PS4 and Steam. That came out like a year ago. Yeah, like about a year ago that came out. And now they announced that they're making another one. They're making another fucking version of Rebirth 1 for PS5 and probably PC as well. So this puts in a very weird spot because it basically makes you never want to buy the first Hyperdimension Neptunia because they're just gonna keep continuously making a better version of it like every 2 years. It's not ideal. I really wish they just made a new Hyperdimension Neptunia game. Like, if we consider V2 or 7 to be the last mainline title that they made, that was a while ago now. That was like 4 years ago, if not more. And that got its own re-release, remake, whatever it's called. So yeah, they really gotta move on. Like, I understand that. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to say here. Basically, I really think that Compile Hard needs to move on with the Neptunia series. As in, not move on from the Neptunia series, move on with the Neptunia series, and just make new games, make new settings, proper settings. Like even if they want to make spin-offs, it's better than just continuously making so many remakes of Neptunia 1. Like I don't want to see any more remakes of Neptunia 1. It's fine. The Rebirth 1 was a fine remake. We do not need additional remakes of the remake. Imagine if Resident Evil Remake had its own remake. And that remake had its own remake. And every console generation, we got like 2 different remakes of Resident Evil Remake. And basically, at some point, it's like, okay, which Resident Evil do I buy? You know, it's basically that idea. So, you know. Now, they do have other franchises over at Compile Hard and Ify. Not the character, but like the actual company. Who the character is named after. Yeah, they do have other things. But Neptunia is definitely their bread and butter. And they should do more with it, is what I'm trying to say. Anyways, let's see. How's this jacket looking? So, here's the thing. I'm so used to drawing female bodies that the torso being so straight looks kind of weird to me. Even though that is technically correct. Because, you know, the male body, unless it's really, really muscular, it doesn't bend inwards and outwards as much as the female body. But yeah, I'm so used to just like whoop, whoop, that just looks kind of weird. Also, I've got to make sure I'm close enough to the microphone, but not too close because I'm peeking it apparently. Okay. Oh yeah, this distance is fine. Let's see. Should I make this a separate? I don't think I need to make that a separate layer. Because it's not gonna move differently. It's just a different color. Yeah, that's just a different color. It's fine. Let's see. What I do want to do, kind of, is make sure that because the tail is gonna go on top of the jacket, but I gotta make sure that the jacket does go a little bit below, just so that it's a little bit easier to follow in the guide. Yeah, that should be good enough. This part probably has to be like a little bit thicker because that's where, like, I mean, I could really go in there and actually make like the zipper lines, and that would look nice, but it's also gonna be very time consuming. Okay, let's focus on the rest of this jacket for now. Let's see. Also, let's make sure we save. Okay, we have saved. Anyway, so any other gaming news? Apparently today was just announced that Uppers is going to be coming to PC on October 21st, I believe. Yes, October 21st. So Uppers is a game directed by Kenichiro Takaki, which is the director of Senran Kagura. But Uppers is actually, you don't play as a girl or as a group of girls in that game. You actually play as dudes, and your reward is girls. It's definitely a Kenichiro Takaki game in the fan service department. But it does play a little bit. It plays a lot more like a traditional beat 'em up as opposed to fast-paced hack and slash. So it is interesting. And the thing is that that game came out in Japan in like 5 years ago, if not more, on the Vita. And it was announced that it would be coming to the West in 2018. It never did. And out of nowhere, they're like, "Oh yeah, we're bringing it now to Steam." So, that's the thing. But it's not. They were working on a PS4 version, but that was around the time when Sony was starting to get like really, really censorship heavy with like anything anime related. Like just the mere sight of anime titties scared the fuck out of them. So that's probably why a PS4 version is still not confirmed yet. And I wouldn't be surprised if they just straight up say, "Nope, we're not making a PS4 version because we can't get away with putting what we want to put in this game on PS4, so we're just not even going to bother." And that's understandable. That's honestly fine. I'm not against that. Okay. Have you checked out the original Hyperdimension Neptunia? It made me really like Vert and Neptune more than I did before. Also, Sassy Compa was so funny to see. My favorite line from her was telling Ify that she was saying mean stuff just because she doesn't have boobies. It was all voice too. I have only seen bits and pieces of Hyperdimension Neptunia 1, like the original. And not much of the story. But I have little interest in doing so, to be perfectly honest. But I am aware of the what am I trying to say? No, I'm aware of the differences in gameplay, just not the differences in story. I do know that they have different characters, Gust and Nisa Gust and Nisa were not available in Rebirth 1 because like the contract between Gust and Nisa, the companies, with Compile Hard was kind of shaking. It's kind of shaky when that remake came out, so they couldn't really put the characters that were based after the companies in the game. But in the remake of Rebirth 1, they did, like the one for PS4, they put them back in, or at least they put Nisa back in. I'm not sure about Gust, but probably Gust as well. And then I'm sure in this new version that's going to come out on PS5, they're gonna put her in it as well. I have no reason to believe they wouldn't, but you know what? I have been surprised by weird bullshit moves before, so it wouldn't be the end of the world. Okay. Let's see. It's fitting that we have this forest sounds playing right now, because I'm drawing like the part of the jacket that looks like a tree, a pine specifically. I did kind of change the design of this a bit from the first time we were streaming this live. We're designing live. It looked a lot more tree-like back then. Now it looks more arrowish. But I don't know. I just have a thing with triangles and arrows. So I guess it's my favorite shape. I've never really thought of like what's my favorite shape, but I guess my favorite shape, at least in clothing, is triangles. And arrows, I guess. For no particular reason, they just look cool, I guess. But I am having a hard time making this straight. Because I'm not... I do this. You see, I always draw in like an arc, a curve, and I'm trying my hardest to like keep it straight, but it's a little bit difficult, especially for someone with my hand, and especially for someone in the position that I'm drawing right now. But we'll make it. Anyways, I actually got a webcam now. Like the day after my birthday is when my webcam arrived. And I haven't had a chance to try it too much because there are only like the main program that I intend for using to actually do face tracking is PRPR Live, and the only free models that you can get on PRPR Live are like these animal models that are very, very simple, very, very simplistic. And I mean, understandable, they're free, but you know, eye tracking is not a thing for those models, and it's kind of hard to get a good grasp of how a proper model would look like with the little monkey and the cat and the dog. It's just not gonna work. So, in order to really see if PRPR Live is gonna work out well for my model, I have to actually finish the model. Which, I mean, is a thing I'm gonna have to do anyway, so we might as well take care of it. But I also tried Wakaru for face tracking, and I was gonna try VUP, but you have to make an account, and I was like, okay, well, I'll do that later. And I haven't done that yet. It's been about 2 weeks, and I have not. But it's fine. We'll work on that eventually. That is uneven. Kind of. Well, it's not too uneven. It's not the end of the world. Okay. But yeah, I did get my webcam. The webcam itself was cheap, and therefore the resolution is not particularly great. But from what I've seen, it's less about the quality and resolution of the camera and more about the lighting that you managed to put in your room. And that's what yeah, because it's very easy for the webcam to stop recording your face properly, or not recording, but like recognizing your face, and it makes it even harder for me because I do wear glasses. Not just in my model, but in real life I wear glasses, and the glasses reflect light, and it makes the camera have a harder time figuring out my face. Now, thankfully, I do also have really big eyes, and I am a very expressive person, like facially. So hopefully that makes it a little bit easier for the camera to, you know, recognize me. But it isn't perfect. And I will do more testing on it once I get this model figured out. I also know that the creators of FaceRig are actually gonna stop selling FaceRig in favor of their new program Animaze, which appears to be, rather than an upfront fee, like with not a fee, yeah, an upfront single time payment like with FaceRig. It's gonna be a subscription based model. I think like you can download it for free and try it out for free, but like if you want to keep using it, you have to make a subscription. At least from what I understand, I might be getting this completely wrong. You know, double check that, fact check it. But yeah, Animaze is going to be a thing, and I'm interested to see how it's going to work out. Because because I know FaceRig, while it's a popular option, it is outdated. It is one of the older face recognition softwares out there, and while it is professionally made, it is also, you know, not optimized very well for current hardware, and even for live 2D models and VTuber models, it does leave a little bit to be desired. So hopefully Animaze will be a much better desirable option. I'm thinking of making a video review of Rebirth 1 whenever I'm free for a long time, because I think there's a lot to learn from the game. It's the most impressive game that I've seen in both good and bad ways, really. Well, I mean, yeah, there's definitely stuff to River 1. I did quite enjoy the game, don't get me wrong. I played it, and my first playthrough was like 50 hours, because I was, enjoying the story, enjoying the grinding and doing all that stuff. And then New Game Plus happened, and I beat the game. My playthrough went from 50 hours to like 5 hours on my New Game Plus playthrough. And I did about 1 or 2 additional 2 Game Plus playthroughs after that, and then I was done with it. I didn't actually complete it, but I probably will go back to it one day and give it another shot. Okay. I think buying FaceRig is financially better for you, though, so good choice. The thing with FaceRig is that the program itself, just FaceRig, is like $15, and then the Live 2D module to make it work with Live 2D models is about, I want to say $10, so it will be $25 overall. But there is a particularly important thing to keep in mind, that is a fee. That is, you can use FaceRig as much as you want, as long as you're not making money. But if you do make money, you have to keep in mind on that fee, because once you start making like $500 a month, and you're using FaceRig, if you do like VTubing, or not even VTubing, just some kind of YouTube content that uses FaceRig, and you earn $500 a month from your FaceRig content, then you have to pay. You have to pay FaceRig. You have to pay for the pro version of FaceRig. The pro version. It's they call it like the pro version, but it's actually just a license. It's a license that says, okay, I am now allowed to continue using FaceRig because I make 500 plus a month with this service, and that is $60. So in total, it would be closer to $100 with FaceRig if I end up making more than $500. I mean, now currently, as of right now, the amount of money that I've made live streaming and let's playing and all of that stuff is $0 and 0 cents. I haven't made a dime of this. I don't monetize any of my content. Not on art either. I have never made $1 single online. But it is a thing to keep in mind for the future. So that would be FaceRig. And again, FaceRig is actually going to be not sold anymore once Animace rolls out. So, yeah, there's actually a lot of people trying to deal with that debate, and we would have a much clearer answer if we knew how much Animace is going to cost. I don't know if we actually know. I haven't checked, but it doesn't say how much it's going to cost on the Steam page. Maybe it does on the website, like the official FaceRig website, so I'll have to look into it. But, that's going to be a thing to do later. Alright. The 100 million credits achievement is the worst thing to 100% in the game. Funny enough is that the game checks that based on your local total credits gotten over the game instead of currently held. So people have cheated the achievement by getting 50 million before buying and selling the clothing items from the shop to get 5 million recorded. I mean, fair enough. If there's a cheese that's gonna make a particularly annoying grind less annoying, I don't mind. I don't mind cheesing in single player games. I've done it before. And I'll do it again. Watch me, I'll do it again. Like there's less of a cheese, but like more of an actual mechanic. In Tales of Symphonia, when I completed that game, one of the most annoying achievements or trophies to get was the $1 million achievement. Which, despite the fact that it says $1 million, is actually talking about casino chips. You have to get 1 million casino chips, which is the dumbest fucking thing. But there is a little bit of a trick, and that you can get if you use Regal as your on-screen character, when it'll make it so that when Fever comes on, you actually get more credit or more. Yeah, you get luckier than with other characters, so you can use that to make more money faster. but that's about the only. It's about the only trick you get in there. Otherwise, just good luck. It took me about 2.5 hours of just continuously rolling and getting the money and the resources to get all the chips I needed to actually get started was itself a pain in the ass. I had to continuously go back and save when I got a good amount of money, and it was a very annoying achievement that nobody should have to do. You will never have to do that at any point ever. You will need 250,000 for a title for rain, but that's about it. Anyways, what was I doing here? We're on a jacket. I mean, we might as well. This is supposed to be one of my higher quality pictures, so we might as well go in and make the zipper zigzags. So like, yep, we're just gonna be doing this throughout the entire thing. Coloring this is gonna be a pain in the ass. Oh my god. Oh no, I know how we're gonna do this basically. I got a better idea. I'm gonna make that a separate layer. Boom. And then I can just shut this layer off. Select that line and then do the thing. Okay. Yeah, that sounds a lot easier. Okay. So what else has happened lately? The last game I played, for completion purposes, was Darksiders. I don't remember if I was playing that the last time I streamed, but well, as the one I was playing, that's the game I was playing last time. Outside of streaming, and I completed it, and it was fun. Darksiders 1 specifically. I beat the game on apocalyptic difficulty, and it wasn't actually that difficult, because the game has a pretty generous checkpoint system. You can get by. You're allowed to die quite often, and you'll be okay. Like your biggest punishment for dying in Darksiders is that if you had full health, you won't be able to get. You only revive with like half of your health. So, in order to get full health again, you'll have to go out of your way to find, health chests and use health items or whatever you have. But that's about the only punishment. Otherwise, it's just, oh, you failed, try again, and you can just continue to do that throughout the game. And it's pretty simple. And there's multiple ways to stun lock a lot of the enemies. The counter parry move is extremely overpowered. You can like, there's supposed to be there's this secret boss. There's like a zombie wearing a top hat, and he's supposed to be like really, really hard to beat. And I not once did I have trouble with that. So it didn't manage to kill me once, because I would just continuously counter its moves and do the counter attack. And within a few hits of that, it would die. And then I would just get a bunch of souls, or whatever the name of the currency in that game was. And I see it, and I went online, and people were like struggling with that guy. And I'm like, and I beat that on the highest difficulty. And I was like, what? It's not that bad, people. Calm down. Okay. I remember you mentioning Darksiders in the last stream. Okay, so I was playing Darksiders in the last stream. So yeah, I finished it. It was pretty fun. I've only played Darksiders 1, but I do have Darksiders 2 and 3, and I want to get Darksiders Genesis. I have heard bad things about Darksiders 3, because apparently it's Darksiders 3 is discount Dark Souls, as it has been described by many people. And I mean, there's probably some merit to that, but I'll be okay. I'm not too concerned about it just being discount Dark Souls. I mean, but I played a little bit of it, was fine. And even if it's not that great, I will say that I've gotten a lot more positive about games ever since I started watching VTubers, because VTubers are a lot of VTubers are, again, I probably mentioned this already, but a lot of VTubers are new to gaming. And so they've got that like first time playing video games charm of like, wow, look at the cool dudes doing the cool moves and the pretty graphics and all of that. And it's such a positive thing to witness that it makes you remember, oh crap, I used to be like that at some point. What happened to that person? So yeah, I've been enjoying games a lot more. I'm less critical of them, just enjoy them for what they are. But it's in Darksiders Genesis Mobile. It looked like that from there. Darksiders Genesis, it has a different perspective. It is top down instead of a just traditional third-person hack and slash like the other Darksiders games. I don't know if it's actually available on mobile devices, but I know for sure it is available on like PC and console. It looks like a game that would work on mobile as well. Considering Genshin Impact just came out, and everybody's losing their shit over that game. I did play it for a little bit. It's fun, but I'm gonna save playing that for later, and when I've got more time. But yeah, there's definitely some pretty nice gaming experiences that you can get on mobile. It's just not the status quo. Okay. But yeah, Darksiders Genesis, and that's the every Darksiders game offers a different horseman to play as. So Darksiders 1 is War, Darksiders 2 is Death, Darksiders 3 is Envy, and Darksiders Genesis has Strife and War. You can play as both of them. But that is also that is the first game where you actually get to play as Strife. So there you go. Now what else? Okay, we're done with the jacket. I'm gonna actually call this the zipper line. Zipper line. And well, speaking of the zipper line, let's make the actual zipper. So that's gonna have to go up here. Zipper. And we're gonna call that line work. Not loin work. We're not making it like a sirloin steak here. Okay. Line work. And in order to see that properly, I need to make the neck invisible. That looks kind of silly, but this the nature of live 2D models. Okay, so let's do like that. Okay. And then the tree. Little Christmas tree looking thing. I mean, it's just a pine, but like a lot of people forget that a Christmas tree is basically just a pine tree that we happen to use for Christmas. There isn't an actual. I don't think there's an actual tree out there called a Christmas tree. It's just a pine tree, and we use it for Christmas. Well, whatever. Pine trees are the symbol of Christmas. So, I mean, it technically does make pine trees the Christmas tree, but it's not officially a Christmas tree or like a tree that can only grow on Christmas. You can get a pine tree at any time that's not Christmas. It's just not in season, I guess. But we used to have a lot of pine trees actually not where I was from, not where I'm from, but in a place that I used to go back in Colombia. That had a lot of pine trees. Pine trees are really tall. Like I know, Christmas trees look kind of small. You know, they can fit in your living room, but pine trees can get really, really tall. Do not be fooled by the Christmas tree standard. Okay, neck. We'll put that back on, and that. Wait. There's a little tiny gap. Boom. Again, the zipper itself is going to be a thing that moves, so that's why it needs to be a separate layer, and it can't just be here with like the rest of the jacket cloth. Okay, so that's the jacket, and that's the zipper. Let me look at this without that, because now it's gonna now I can see if it looks kind of empty, or if it looks kind of awkward when there isn't a body behind it. I mean, it's not perfect. maybe I can... I mean, I don't want to look too muscular, but I can go ahead and make like lines right here and right here, and I need to make sure that this actually looks like muscles and not like boobs. Moops in this case. Looks... I'll leave it right there, like there for now, and then if it looks weird, I'll take it off. It's just 2 lines. It's not a big deal. Okay. Now, I could draw one arm in its entirety, and then reverse it. You know, just draw the entire right arm, then copy it, invert it, and put it here, and that's the left arm. Because that's it. That is what I did with the rough draft. These 2 arms are identical. But I guess for the sake of making sure that it looks fine, I could just not do that. I mean... It's one of those details that I would notice, but the general public would not. Like, I would notice because I'm doing it, because I'm the one working on it, that the 2 arms is just one is just a reverse version of the other. But the general public would just be like, oh, it's got 2 arms. I guess what I can do is I can reverse the line work. Like I can make the line work. Invert, copy it, invert it, and put it here, and then those 2 arms are the same. But the coloring, the shading, the lighting, that can be unique to each arm. And that will make it look a little bit different. Yeah, I guess that sounds fine. Or actually, it's probably fine for the entire arm to look mostly the same, except for the fluff. You know, the fluff should look a little bit different on each side, because, you know, the fluff doesn't have a uniform for it. It's just fluff. So if it's got like the exact same spikes and the exact same fluffiness on both ends, that's a lot more noticeable than the rest of the arm. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll make most of the arm the same, but the fluff, these 2 bits right here, they will be different. Okay. Where is this gonna go? This has to go on top of the jacket, but below the jacket fluff, yes, because this part of the arm is gonna go in there. Okay. So we're going to make the right arm. Make that its own little line work layer. The chest kind of looks like body armor. Yeah, I mean, well, now that you mention it, it kind of does. Maybe it's because it hasn't been colored yet, but if it still looks like body armor after I color it, what I could do is just add more like cloth physics to make it look more loose, I guess. But for now, we'll leave it like that. See how it turns out. Okay. It will also depend on where you want the light to shine on the arms. Do you want a frontal shine from the side? If it's from the side, both would have very different shadings. Yeah, the lighting is just gonna come from the top. You can see here on the hair that it's just... I mean, it's one of those like ambiguous lighting sources. It's just like the thing is lit. There isn't a specific like spot where the light is coming from. Like you could imagine that that this is me and the light is just like somewhere around here. Like not directly on top of it, but like towards the screen, a little bit like right here, and it's just lighting up. Which, you know, specifically, it's kind of that's the ideal lighting to have for a VTuber model, because, you know, when you're moving side to side and the light is in one specific end, like, I guess you could be like really specific, and like if you always at every possible location want your VTuber model right here, and you always want the screen to be like the game screen or whatever you're doing to be right here, you could make it so the lighting is actually the screen itself, and so all the lighting would go towards this way. This part is light up, this is where the shadows would be. That's something you could do, but that's gonna look awkward if you put your model anywhere that's not here, without a light source being coming from here. So it's better to just do this. It'll look less awkward in the long run, probably. Okay. Let's go ahead and... the fluff is going to be its own layer. So let's go ahead and do this. Now what other games have I played recently or want to play or whatever? I played the demo of this new rhythm game that... I'm not sure if it came out or if it's going to come out, but I think it came out. Mad Rat Dead. It's a game where you play as it's a rhythm game, but it's not like a traditional Osu style or Muse Dash or anything like that. It's a rhythm platformer where you actually move the character around, which is a rat that is dead. You move it to the rhythm, and you do the beats. You move with the circle button. You jump with X. You dive down with square, and you do all kinds of stuff. Well, no, actually, you can't do that much. But yeah, you move around. So it plays more like not Hyrule Warriors, like Crypt of the Necrodancer, and its Zelda equivalent, whatever it's called, than it does a normal rhythm game, and it's fun. It's actually kind of cool. But that was just a demo. And it was a surprisingly beefy demo. Like, I'm used to a lot of demos being really, really short. Like, maybe one level you get in a demo. No, this was like 3 levels, including a boss fight. Well, it was less of a boss fight and more of a beat a bunch of enemies consecutively, which felt like a boss fight. But it still was cool. And of course, the music is very catchy, as you would expect from a rhythm game. But yeah, I'll be looking into that game at some point in the future. Not right now. Again, I got plenty of games already. I don't need to be getting any more games. But when we're ready to start buying games again, Okay, let's see. Yeah, as cool as spooky as the atmosphere is supposed to be for like this kind of thing that I have playing in the background right now, it's really not that spooky. I guess it's because I'm continuously talking over it. But I don't know, it's surprisingly relaxing, even though it sounds like someone's like literally walking around me right now. I guess I'm too used to like horror-ish themes and music and stuff like that. Anyways, what else have I done lately? I downloaded the RPCS3, which is the PlayStation 3 emulator, that has gotten surprisingly strong advancements. And funny enough, just yesterday, Sony announced that they're going to be releasing a like a mobile and PC version of the PlayStation Store, but you'll only be able to buy PlayStation 4 games. You won't be able to buy PlayStation 3 games or PlayStation Vita games like you can in the current PlayStation 3 and PlayStation Vita stores. And that's telling me that Sony is starting to sort of get ready to not deal with the PlayStation 3 anymore, the PlayStation Vita. Because they can probably stay like that. Yeah, I can probably stay like that. Because if they weren't trying to get rid of those consoles, I don't think they would make an explicit mention of that. Or actually, I'm not sure if they made an explicit mention that they won't have PS3 or PS Vita games. Or what am I trying to say here? No, but okay. Point is, they're not gonna. There's a way in which they're not supporting the PS3 and the PS Vita anymore. And with that in the horizon, it's good to know that the PlayStation 3 emulator is doing fine. You mentioned wanting to rant about something on stream. What's on your mind? Nothing in particular. That's just what I do. I'd rant about whatever comes to my mind first. So that's currently PS3. So yeah, there's. I tried. Siren. Not the original PS2 Siren, but like the PS3 remake. And you know what? Despite the fact that my computer is kind of outdated at this point. Particularly the processor is not great on this computer, but despite that, the cutscenes ran like butter smooth. When the gameplay started, that's when shit hit the fan. But the cutscenes were running just fine. It looked just fine too. So that's pretty impressive for a PS3 emulator. So again, I'm glad that it's coming along. And they seem to be getting their priorities mainly on PlayStation 3 games that are either impossible to get on any other system because they don't have remasters or anything like that, or that are a lot harder to get on other systems. So it's a good thing that there is a strong emulation scene for PS3 now. It took a very long time because the PlayStation 3's like encoding is really weird. Nobody likes it, not even PlayStation 3 developers liked it from what I remember. But we're getting somewhere now. Okay. There's something about a Hololive member getting arrested. Is that true? No! No! Okay. Well, there's a topic we can go ahead and discuss real quick. Let me clarify. No, nobody's been arrested. But what happened is that Kiryu Koko and Akai Hato got in a little bit of trouble with China because they were showing their statistics by country. Their YouTube analytics by country, like which countries watch my channels more, that sort of statistics. And Taiwan was one of the top countries that watched both of them, both Hachima and Koko. And you see, China does not appreciate it when you call Taiwan a country. Because China does not think Taiwan is a country. China thinks Taiwan is a province of China. And they much prefer you to call it the Taiwanese province. Or, just don't refer to Taiwan as a country. Dear God, don't do that. But they did. And here's the thing, they weren't trying to make a political statement. They weren't trying to say Taiwan is a country or say anything necessarily in favor of Taiwanese people against Chinese people. They literally just read YouTube analytics and Taiwan was one of the countries. And because they showed that, the Chinese viewers that were like multi-streaming the game on multi-showing the streams on Bilibili, which is like the Chinese service of the Chinese equivalent of YouTube and or Twitch. They got really mad, and they started like absolutely bombarding Hololive with hatred and hate messages and all kinds of weird, fucked up shit. And all because they for something that wasn't meant to be political. Just, hey, here's one of our biggest watching countries is Taiwan. And they were like, how dare you call Taiwan a country? And because it's China, and being able to do business in China is simultaneously really risky and something that businesses are very interested in doing because the Chinese market has a lot of money. It exploded into a very nasty issue where Kiryu Koko and Akai Hato had to deal with a 3-week suspension, which I think this coming Monday will be the second week, so one more week after that and the suspension will be over. But yes, it was an absolute mess. Pretty much everyone except Chinese nationalists were like, what are you doing? No, that's not cool, that's not fine. But it's one of those issues where politics just show their ugly face where they're really not supposed to. and cause a whole mess. There's a lot of support towards Coco. There's a lot of support toward Hatu. They're getting a lot of fan art. A lot of fan art is unfortunately like provocative fan art, and not provocative in like the sexy way. Provocative in like, here we actually support Taiwan and Hong Kong, and like there's nothing wrong with supporting Taiwan and Hong Kong, but you know, in this current scenario, it's just gonna cause more trouble. But there is a lot of like genuinely just nice fan art of them. And you know, I'm sure people are preparing to unload their wallets on donations when they come back. And yeah, it definitely shows that there's a lot more love than hatred in the community, but the hate crowd is really loud, and honestly really dangerous. They have the ability to dox the streamers, to find out their information and put it out there for everyone to see, and that's just not cool. That is absolutely not cool. That is terrible. And the thing is too that Hololive has 6 Hololive China members. 4 of them actually live in China. 2 of them, Sivia and Artie, I'm pretty sure they actually live. I'm not sure if in the United States, but they don't live in China. So they're allowed to, you know, stream in like YouTube and Twitch. But the ones that actually live in China, they would be definitely be in trouble if like the Chinese nationalists get a little bit too extreme and put their lives in danger. So again, it was a whole mess. They had to force the talents to apologize and punish them even though they did nothing wrong, and they had to do that just to please the nationalists in order to avoid further troubles. So that's what happened. But no, nobody got arrested. Nobody got in like severe legal problems. They just accidentally pissed off the wrong crowd. And I think I just heard a very loud noise, and it was actually the trash truck going outside. They were kind of late today, but whatever. But yes, Hololive a lot of Hololive members have been out of commission lately, for different reasons. So you know, there's Hato and Coco with the whole Taiwan thing, and like earlier this week, I believe, Yukihana Lami decided to take a quick break. It wasn't actually specified why she took a break, but it's also worth mentioning that this came out like immediately after a little bit of a controversy that her and Botan had, because they made a little joke. They made a joke about like a janitor joke. Like there was something or other about a Minecraft. They were doing something or other with a Minecraft thing. And yeah, at some point or another, they were joking about like, oh, you'll have to deal with the janitor work. Like nobody wants to do the janitor work. That's so lowly. And apparently, you know, because you know, janitors, you know, just cleaning shit. Sometimes literally. And in Japan, making fun of any position is considered very disrespectful. So a lot, you know, Antis came in. They got mad at them. Like, how dare you joke about that? What is wrong with you? So they had to both make an apology. But okay, I'm not sure they had to make an apology, but they decided to make an apology anyways. And Botan kept going just fine, but Lami did take a break. And afterward, it was revealed that she actually had gone to like the hospital or something, or just wasn't feeling well. And that's might be the actual reason why she was taking a break, and not just because she was getting hate. But still, there was definitely an overreaction. Like the Japanese, the normal, reasonable Japanese people were like, okay, yeah, that was a joke in bad taste, but it's not so bad. Calm down. Whereas, you know, the antis and the haters were like, how dare you? Oh, how dare you do that? Jesus Christ. They will take any opportunity they get to cause trouble. So, you know, hey, my ambience music is over. Let's go ahead and save, and I'm going to see if we can... Actually, is this going to show up? If I do this... It's not gonna show up on this stream, is it? No. Okay. Let me get some, like, not ambience music. Or rather, let me get some music. Here, let's get some Dark Souls 3. Sure, why not? Maybe we'll put some VTuber song covers after this. So that we can... you know, I can show you guys the sample of VTuber stuff. And also, VTuber song covers should not be as strictly... protected by copyrights, but as the originals. So you know that would be nice. Okay. So this is the epilogue of Dark Souls 3. I have not played Dark Souls 3 or any Dark Souls. I played Demon Souls, but I do enjoy the music of Dark Souls. It's very it's ominous but relaxing in a weird way. Because, you know, the word of Dark Souls is that's just the kind of word that it has. Have you heard the soundtracks from Hyperdimension Neptunia? Yes, they are very good. I like its OST better than Rebirth. Oh, you mean like the original? Okay, Hyperdimension Neptunia 1, like the very first one. I like its OST better than Rebirth. A little more. 8-bit Battle is the original Splash Battle theme for Rebirth 1 and it sounds nice. I have not heard the soundtrack of the original Hyperdimension Neptunia, no. Actually, I didn't know it was particularly different, but hey. Maybe we'll take a listen to it later, again. Not right now. To give a nail or not to give a nail, that is the question. Hold on. I mean, I guess that looks fine. Okay. It's nice to actually have some music playing for once. But I'll try not to be too loud. Or I don't know, I should try to make sure that the music isn't too loud. So that I can keep talking without being... without being too heavily interrupted by the music. That's why I like to use background noises rather than music, generally speaking, because I don't have to worry about like interrupting the music, and it's hard to focus, especially when there's lyrics, not just for me but for you guys as well in what I'm saying. But we'll make an exception today just for the heck of it. Actually, I just realized something. If I wanted to go real extra here, I could make each individual finger its own layer, so that each finger can move a little bit. But that sounds like a pain in the ass. So maybe we'll save that for another time. Maybe when we're making a more intricate VTuber, because you can always come back and like make a more detailed version of your VTuber model if you want. But for now, I just need at least a basic working model. We can work on expressions and more detailed movement once we have the option to do so. Okay. Anyways, what else was it? Oh yeah, whole life people out of commission. So yeah, Lami was out of commission for a little bit. Amane Kanata just had to go to the hospital because of an accident like earlier this week, and she'll be out in the hospital for about a week. Best wishes to her. Sakura Miko was supposed to come back in October, but it's already October 9th, and I haven't heard any news of her coming back yet. She's been out for about 2 months, also because she was getting something done to her in the hospital, because she's got some kind of chronic condition, and was trying to like really she has to constantly go to get it checked up, but she was trying to actually I'm not sure, get rid of it, or at least make enough progress on it so that she doesn't have to go back to the hospital as often. But it's been quite a while since she had to go and take care of that, so hopefully she's doing okay. And Matsuri just announced like yesterday or 2 days ago that she's going to be taking a 1 week hiatus for no reason given. She just is. And it's very likely that she's just very, very stressed out. And she needs a minute. Which is, again, understandable. Okay. Let's see. I thought you were going to show below the neckline, so I don't think animating the fingers would be that necessary. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. That is like an extra thing. Like, that is just if you're going in there. Or I guess more specifically, if you're working on like an agency model, you want to have as much possible detail, you know, a very professional, high-spec model. You want to have as much detail on there as possible. But this is not that. This is a personal model that I'm making myself as my first time working on a live 2D model. So I'm not going to go too much in there. In fact, a professional VTuber model would not be this big. It would be at least 3 times bigger than this. Like, I would be able to zoom in like this much on a professional VTuber model, and you should not be seeing any of this pixelation that you can see here. You will be able to see the eye in full detail at this size, which means the model would be gigantic. And I've seen it done. Like, a couple of VTubers sometimes will just make like very, very, very close-up selfies on Twitter, and like it's right in there, and yet the detail of the eyes and the face and everything is still fine. So it's pretty impressive how big this VTuber model files can get. Okay. Anyways, so again, we're gonna leave the fluff as its own thing for both arms, but I have the main arm ready now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save, and I think we just ran out of music. Hold on, let me double check that. Yes, we just ran out of music. So let's see what we can find around here. Hopefully we won't get too many ads. Well, I'm pretty sure some of you will recognize this instantly. No, but not Donald Trump. I don't want to hear about Donald Trump. Okay, can I please skip these ads? God damn it. Okay. Hold on. You see, if I was a professional VTuber, I would have probably gotten in trouble just for having the worst Donald Trump playing on stream. But okay. There we go. So this is a cover of Karma by a cover of Bump of Chicken's Karma by VTuber. Oh, I'm not sure if she's even a VTuber, but Saki Ashisawa. She seems to be a mainly song-oriented person, but she looks like a VTuber. So hey, and it's not too loud, so it's great. Okay. Let's see, let's copy that, reverse it, transform it, bop it. Okay. I'm gonna make sure it fits as close to the other arm as possible. Seems to be about right. We can do some adjustments as needed. Okay. Which is make sure the hand is more accurate than the arm. I can fix the arm easier than I can fix the hand. Okay. Instead of calling this right arm too, we're gonna call this left arm. Remember Ganache from Rebirth 1? In the original game, his voice actor Sam Riegel voices so many minor characters so the LPer I watched said Ganache is everywhere. Ganache. I feel like I do. Well, it's been a minute. Okay. And gonna focus. Okay, on. My keyboard's messed up. I either need a new keyboard, or I need to replace the batteries on this keyboard. I need to do something, but a lot of the buttons don't work. Okay. There we go. Let's see. No, that's not the right layer. This is the right layer. Okay. You'll be surprised that this is actually the only Tales of cover that I found by a VTuber. Like there's several covers of several Tales of songs, but this is the only one that I found by anyone that even remotely looks like a VTuber. So I guess Tales of is not actually that popular in Japan as I thought it was. Or at least... Or this is not popular with VTubers. I've only seen like 2 VTubers playing a Tales of game. Rurika Katsuki playing Tales of Destiny, the PS2 remake. And I don't remember who was the other, but somebody else was playing Tales of the Abyss. And recently Takanashi Kiara from Call Live, she has said that she is a Tales of fan, but she has no interest in playing games she's already played, and she's played every Tales of game. So, you know. Okay, here's the guy who works under Avenir and worships Blanc before learning that she curses so much and then works under Noir at the end. Ah, right, I remember that guy. Okay. But let's see. I guess Nick can now work on the fluff. Except not yet, because... Am I gonna get another Trump ad? Hold on. Okay, I didn't even get an ad. Cool. Let's see. What do you want now? Let's... How about... I've got nothing here. I mean, I do have some things. Okay, let's just go back to the homepage. And I'm gonna figure out what I want to listen to here. Am I gonna have to go to my history for this? I think I'm gonna have to go to my history for this. I'm gonna look something up, I guess. Let's go to history. Library. So, yeah, that's the history. Let's see what we got. Let us see what we have in here that we can play for the stream. I guess I haven't been listening to as many VTuber songs as I thought I did. Oh, actually, here's a really good one. An a cappella by Pochi Korone. Not Inugami Korone. Pochi Korone. She's a different Korone, and she's an excellent a cappella singer. Like, ridiculously good. Okay. 1 hour 8-bit battle. Maybe one day. Okay. I mean, because there's no actual speech here, I might be able to focus better. But this is also very in there. Very, like, in there. Actually, let me lower the volume a little bit. Okay. It's a little loud. Okay. Okay. There we go. Let's see, let's work on this ear fluff now. Not ear fluff, jacket fluff. Right arm. Boom. Make a thing. It's a little loud. Yeah, I lowered it a little bit. If it's still loud, let me know. This particular song, it seems to be louder than average. So, you know. Okay. Alright. This is the kind of music I like. Just really silly. Silly nonsense. Why I like the freaking Stepping Wind from Konoha 2 so much. It's just silly noises. There's something about silly noises as music, like speech noises, that has no right being as catchy as it is. Okay, it's still loud. Let's see. Okay, sorry, Korone. You have way too much energy for my stream. Okay. I mean, that applies to both Korones, but whatever. Okay. Okay, that should be at least a little bit more tolerable. I'll probably have to increase the volume for anything else. Okay. Okay. There's the fluff on the actual sleeve, and then we need to make the fluff on the glove. Okay. I am having a harder time focusing. Oh my god. Okay. What was I even saying before? Oh, yeah, it's about Tales of and like VTubers not really being interested in Tales of. I guess it's just not a very, or at least lately, it hasn't been very popular. I mean, Tales of Arise is definitely got delayed until next year, and who knows if it's actually gonna come out next year at this rate. And yeah, I just haven't heard very impressive sales figures from Tales of, as opposed to Atelier, surprisingly. Sounds bad compared to your audio now. Good. Yeah, Atelier Ryza was very successful financially, very popular. But Tales of Berseria, you know, it was good. It sold well, but it hasn't been talked about as much as compared to, you know, other games. Okay. So maybe hopefully Tales of Arise fixes that. Brings the Tales of franchise back into popularity and gets streamers interested again on it. Just like the Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy brought Crash Bandicoot back into public view. And even got a new game. Yeah, Crash Bandicoot 4 finally came out, by the way. I'm very interested in getting that game, but you know, not yet. Not when I have so many games to take care of still. Okay. But yeah, hopefully, another interesting thing about Tales of Arise, I think it's actually going to be the first Tales of game to be officially released in Latin America. I mean, I might be wrong with that. Maybe Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition did come out in Latin America, but it is officially going to have, yeah, Tales of Arise is officially going to have Portuguese and Spanish options. Not for voice acting. I really don't think they're gonna make Latino dubs for anime games yet. As much as I would love that, but at least the subtitles, you know, those will be there. Let's save and grab another song real quick. Okay, let's see what we got now. We've got a couple of things this time, actually. Here's a good one. Have you guys ever watched Zombieland Saga? Well, here's a song cover from that. Well, let's make sure we quiet down these ads, and then we can enjoy the song. Okay. So this is Saga Jihen from the fictional idol band Fran Shosho from the anime Zombieland Saga, covered by VTuber Hoshimashi Susei and the entirety of Hololife's third generation, Hololive Miss Fantasy, which is Shirogane Noel, Shiranui Flare, Hoshomarin, Usada Pekora, and Uruharusha. There you go. I remember the names. Okay. It is funky, I like this. Okay. Susei in particular is a really good singer, by the way. Like, a lot of VTubers are like excellent singers. Some of them sing for fun, some of them, you know, they just gotta do it for whatever. Some of them are legitimately really talented singers and just musicians in general. All VTubers, even if you're not into gaming, you can just enjoy their music and you'll have a blast with it. Okay. Cool. We got this part figured out. I guess we can probably start working on just coloring now. Yeah. I don't know if we've been streaming an hour and 21 minutes. Not too bad. Okay. But yeah, Zombieland Saga was a an anime from like, I think it was like 2 years ago actually. Was it 2 years ago? No, it was last year. It's about an idol band that are actually zombies, and it's very silly, but it's fun. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so we can go ahead and start coloring now. What colors do I want to use? Excellent question. Let's I don't know. Okay, well let's start by let's start by selecting stuff and making sure we got that figured out. I should probably make the jacket first. Like I know the ear fluff is the jacket fluff is gonna go is the first thing. Yeah, there will be green, but the jacket itself is not gonna be green. This parts, I want this parts to be green. This can probably be either this brown or this like pastel color. One of those two. Well, for now, let's just go ahead and select the jacket. All right. Can probably because we gotta make sure that it goes under the tail, so that it, if any movement goes around, you won't see any gaps. Even though you're probably not gonna see this part of my model, like not ever, but not very often for sure. Okay. I need this part. Because if the arms are gonna go on top, then the color of the jacket can go behind, can go on top of the arms, because it's not gonna actually show up. There we go. I'm smart. I know what I'm doing. Okay. And then just make sure it goes like this. And now I can go ahead and select that. No, this. There you go. Like that. Just like that too. Okay. Cool. We have selected the jacket. Now let's get some music. This is probably part of. I should probably make a playlist and actually download it, so that we're not constantly interrupted by having to go back and select music. I see one that I really want to listen to, but I'll save that for towards the end, because that's just a really, really good song to end with. Here's a classic. I'm gonna get that. I listen. Just because I'm not going to Firehouse Subs. What is this? What is this? Oh, well, there's probably some. Okay, there we go. That's what I actually wanted to listen to. This is... What is this again? Discommunication Alien by Usada Pekora. There we go. It's a classic song. I've never heard it before the YouTube covers, the VTuber covers for it, but it is supposed to be quite a popular song. Okay. Let's see. Make sure we select everything so that we have a little... Actually, that's already selected. I need to select this. Okay. Pekora is not doesn't have a particularly powerful singing voice, but she does have a very unique voice. It makes her singing pretty stand out. Okay. I saw the dumbest ad today. Imagine a cube-shaped pillow, specifically made for sleeping on the side. Isn't that unhealthy? Yes. That is. You actually want to sleep as straight as possible. Like the optimal way of sleeping is facing up, arms down, legs down, and with a pillow that doesn't lift your neck too much. So I used to sleep with more pillows, but I've actually started recently sleeping with just one pillow, one low pillow, so that my head is facing as straight as possible. And it might not be as comfy at first, but it has helped me sleep a little better actually. So if you sleep with too many pillows below your neck, don't. It's actually bad for you. But yeah, a square-shaped pillow sounds... I guess the concept will make some people buy it, but the actual long-term effects of it are not worth it. Absolutely not. Okay. Let's see. Okay. We still have to select all these lines that haven't been properly selected. Just to make sure we don't have any gapping. Not gapping. Gaps. Gaping. What's the proper word? Yeah, gapes. No, gaps. Okay. They made the opportunity to make companion cube pillows. I'm sure there's actually companion cube pillows. Probably. I don't see why there wouldn't be. But you know. Okay. Here. Go ahead and... Now we've done selecting, we can... I think that the proper color is probably going to be something around these lines. Actually, let me go ahead and make it this. And it looks too similar to the skin color. Hold on. Okay, let me change music first. Okay, what we got over here? We've got... Oh, that's a good one. Ooh. Well, hold on. Oh, hold on. We gotta listen to this. I don't want Tic Tacs. No. I mean, I will have Tic Tacs if it's the only thing available. Not because I actually want to go out of my way to get Tic Tacs. No, I also don't want Subway. I'm good. I do need food, but I don't want Subway. Okay, there we go. This is the second opening of Nijisanji... Not Nichijo. I don't remember the name of it, but it's covered by Inugami Korone and Nekomata Okayu. There we go. That's a fun one. Okay. Well, let's see. So let's try and make it for this color instead. Not pink, no. Okay. Maybe if I make it a yellower version. I don't know. I don't know what color I want. Yeah, it looks too muddy with that dark brown. Fair enough. Let me try this one. I don't know what color I want. I definitely want a lighter color. Let's try a green. Or like a... Wait. Hold on. Nah, that's... Hold on. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Here, let's keep using this color, and once we fill in the other colors, then we'll decide if it's fine or not. We can change it later. It's fine. For now, let's select. Actually, something I gotta do real quick is make these two lines keep going up a little bit. Yeah, gonna make this lines go up so that the zipper thing doesn't like cause any problems. Okay. Hey, there we go. Okay. Now, this part is gonna be a different color. Yeah, this is gonna be like a green, like an actual green, and not just like a muddy green. Let's do that. Should we select this part up here? Okay. And I think I can just select that. No. What am I missing? What am I missing? Probably a bit of a gap in here somewhere. Okay, hold on. No, back that one. I'm surprised the tree in the middle isn't extruded to be a different color. No, we're never going. Yeah, we're gonna make it a different color. That's what we're doing right now. There we go. That's what I need to do. Okay. There we go. Okay, that is the proper selection. Now let's change music. Save first though. Hey! Where's my mouse? There's the mouse. Okay, save that. And I'll come back over here. Well, I mean, it's not over, but it's about to be over. Oh, I know what we're going to listen to next. Okay. Let's listen to... I mean, anyone who's been following Call Live English knows this song, but if you haven't, well... No, I don't need politics. YouTube, you've given me enough politics. I don't need more politics. I don't need politics in my anime stream. Please. Okay, you want to throw more politics at me? No. Okay. So this is Morty Calliope's first original song. Excuse my rudeness, but could you please rip? Just go ahead and take a listen to that. It's a little low, actually. Let's go ahead and...
Fuck it.
There we go. This is an absolute banger, let me tell you something. Audio cave is overpowering me a little bit. I love this song. Calliope is such a good rapper, by the way. Like, I'm not even that big of a fan of rap, but her rap is insane. And also mixing languages though is so good. Alright, cool, we're select now. This tree is green, obviously, but what kind of green? Let's figure that out. No, that's way too much. I mean, it's not bad, but let's grab the axe. Nah, that's too cold. Let's work with that for now. If I don't like it, I can change it. But I think that's close to that color that's gonna work out. Okay. There we go. The only reason I know who Calliope is, like in Greek mythology, is because of God of War. God of War Chains of Olympus specifically. Alright, that's the only reason why I know how to say that name. I don't even remember who Calliope is in Greek mythology, but I know she's Greek mythology. It really depends on what rappers included in their songs, because some rap is definitely different than others. Have you checked out the OST for The World Ends With You? Way better rap than most American rap artists. I have not, but that's actually a good point. I should definitely check that out at some point. Okay, song is over. What we got now? Let's. Oh, here's a good one. This is. I don't know how to say that word. But it's in Japanese. Actually, let me look this up real quick. How do you say that? How do you say that? It's by King Nu. Let me Google translate that real quick. Hold on. Google translate that. Hakujitsu, White Sun. The White Sun Hakujitsu by King Nu, covered by Natsuhiro Matsuri and Rika. Both members from Holo Production, but one is Holo Live, the other one's Holo Stars, because Holo Stars is the male brand. And I wish they just merged them together, but yeah, that's a different topic for a different day. Okay, I just realized I did. God damn it. Okay, hold on. I'm having a moment here. Okay, there we go. Much better. Okay, now let's save that. I'm gonna do the same thing with the arms. Now we gotta make sure that they're selected properly. Yeah, like that. Seems about right. Actually, no, hold on, because we gotta close that as well. Go. And Matsuri and Rika are an excellent duet. They sing so well together. Make that invisible. Then we can select that. And then we can start selecting other stuff. Actually, well, I select that too. Just for the heck of it. This is a really good song, but a lot of VTubers have covered this song. And I've actually a lot of here's something. A lot of VTubers cover songs that are actually popular in Japan and not just in anime. Not just like anime openings and endings, but like actual songs by traditional artists that they just put on the radio or whatever. And it's led me to discover a lot of music, like normal not anime songs, not anime openings or endings, but just like actual regular Japanese music. That's really cool too. So you know, it's pretty cool. But you know, some of them do cover a lot of anime songs. A lot of them cover Vocaloid songs. A lot of Vocaloid covers out there. And, you know, Vocaloid covers are particularly special because they, you know, Vocaloid itself is not particularly impressive, but Vocaloid, you know, because the singing of a Vocaloid is kind of weird. But Vocaloid covers are a lot more, you know, it lets the singer go a lot more, put a lot more energy, I guess, in their thing. This should actually be its own line work. Like, so. That way, I can put the color right here. Okay. And now we're going to make the jacket harder to see, so we can know where we need to color this. Right, do. Okay. I gotta make sure it doesn't go too much over this line right here. I should have put this line on the sleeves. Whatever. you go. I'm not particularly good at singing. I don't sing. I've only ever sang as a joke. Not seriously. And I don't think I have the vocal cords for it. But the concept of a karaoke stream is not like completely out the window. Because it is fun to just mess around with music, with singing. It's just not something I typically do. But hey, I mean, I'm open to ideas. That's what I'm trying to say here. Okay. Anyways, I'm getting hell notifications here. Which one? Okay, nothing particular. All right, now we gotta make the thing, the tree, the arrow, this bit. But first we need some music. Okay. What time is it? An hour 43 minutes of streaming. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's get. I want to try to show different artists, different people, different songs as often as possible. Here's a good one. Here's another original. I don't care about Patreon. Patreon keeps banning people like me that like loot. Don't care about Patreon no more. But whatever. Okay. Alright. Here. This is an original song by VTuber Aki Rosenthal called Shallys, or Shallys. And the concept of Aki Rosenthal is that she is an elf, like a futuristic elf, and she has her own, like, she actually came up with her own language, like the language of her elven people, and then made a song in that language. Enjoy. I can imagine you can try singing along with Yakuza songs, especially Majima songs where he does so badly at singing. I can definitely. I've seen and heard Majima sing. It's so silly. Okay. But yes. Let's see. I can make it like a funny deep voice. I guess is what I'm trying. What I could do. Okay. Aki Rosenthal, by the way, is very underrated, or was very underrated until recently, where she got a whole lot of Western fans' support because of a video where she felt like really bad, where she felt like she was dragging the team behind because she had one of the lowest subscriber counts in whole life. And it was a very heartfelt video, and people saw it and were like, oh my god. So they like mass subscribe to her, and ever since she's been doing a lot better in terms of subscribers and in terms of content too. So hey, something good came out of her heartfelt emotions. I forgot to color this zip of mine. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back to that once I'm done here. Okay. By the way, I'm not showing the video, but the video is a full-on like music video where she dances and sings and obviously not the real person, but like her 3D model. She can dance like pretty well, all things considered. Aki Rosenthal is very talented, very very creative. She just needed a little bit of a boost. Okay. Okay, should we keep going with the arm or keep going with the... Let's go with that. Okay. Here, let's make the actual hand, like the fingers. Because those are just gonna be skin color. Yep. Okay. Yeah, a lot of this VTuber like song covers, it's not a lot. Most of them are not just a flat image on a screen. They are like actual videos as well, and they'll have art drawn by professional artists. Some of them will have like full-on animation. They'll use 3D models, special effects. They'll have lyrics on screen. They're much higher production than you might think they are. Even for indie VTubers that can't afford to do anything super expensive, they still try to make the actual video, not just a song, an experience. I'm not sure the gray color is really complementing the green. You don't see much gray. Ghost Woman Ray. I think that's the name of the song. But it is covered by actually, let me see how. Hey Google, let's how do you read this? Let's just figure it out. Google Translate. Give me that. This is Shoujo Rei. Oh, girl Rei. Okay, that's what that means. Yeah, so Shoujo Rei by Neji Sanji member Nui Saucier. She's one of my favorite Neji Sanji members too. So, hey. I'd never heard this song until she covered it. So there you go. But I thought there was something about a ghost woman, but I guess I was mistaken. Okay. So now we can go ahead and select the other fluff part. Go, and I think that's probably fine. Okay, where is it leaking out from? Probably right here. No, somewhere else. More of it? Okay. So how did you get the free time for the stream? Day off from work? Yes. Today's my day off. Yesterday was also my day off, actually. But I had to work 6 days in a row. I worked 6 days in a row so I could get 2 days off in a row. I'm a little tired. But, it's okay. It's okay. Now I'm not gonna get that. I'm actually okay with working several days in a row if I get 2 days off. Consecutively afterwards, because I do very much enjoy having more than 1 day off at once. Okay, there, finally. Let's see. Otherwise, I think I would have tried to stream yesterday, but I had too much stuff to do yesterday. So I decided, you know what? Let's do everything that I need to do. I want to do it on Thursday, so that on Friday I can just chill out. For the most part, I can just chill out. I do have to take care of 1 or 2 things, but it's not nearly as much as yesterday, where I had to clean and go places, and cook, all kinds of crazy stuff. Let's that out of the way. Oh, look at this. This color is kind of bright, but it's probably because it hasn't been shaded yet. Once it's shaded, it's gonna look more like this, rather than like this bright ass pastel color. Hopefully, at least it'll look more like that. Okay. This bit right here. That's probably good enough. And I will change the color of the fluff if I feel like it doesn't fit. Now we can go back to the arm and make the fluff this color that we're using. What do you mean? Oh god, there's always a hole in one of these. There it is. That it? That's it. There we go. And there. Okay. Now there's gonna be the fluff. I'm sure there's a better name for that fluff. I'm sure there's an actual name for like fur or something, but I don't know. I think the word fluff is self-explanatory enough. Okay, so we actually need the line work to be a. Make sure that each like. Okay, I'll fix the line work later, but Yeah, as you can see, the line work can't be on top of everything because we're gonna have issues with that. Okay, let's go ahead and save that. But for now, let's go pick another song. I think we'll listen to like 2 more songs and then that'll probably be the end of the stream.
It was about...
No, I don't care about your loose weight products. It's not my cup of tea. I'm actually gonna have to look this one up because I don't think I have it in my history. There we go. And there we go. Okay. Ah, no ads. Great. This is Cynical Night Plan, which is a Vocaloid song by another Neji Sanji member, Melissa Kinrenka. They are also an excellent singer. I mean, I wouldn't be putting too many songs here if I didn't think they were excellent singers, but, you know. There's also a really catchy song, like, ridiculously catchy, in fact. Okay. Me. That's in the right place. Okay, with the fingers. The love is gonna go right there. That's more like it. Okay, so all of these layers are gonna be just the line work. Okay, so now that we've got a general color scheme, we can change this. Yeah, because now that I'm looking at it with more colors around it, it is looking a little bit washed out. So, let us select a different color. That, and that. I'm gonna go ahead and make the album visible so I can focus on a little better. That's too colorful. No. Okay. Wait here. Maybe this window will go in weird places. Okay. Let's use this tool. No. It's definitely gonna have to be either a green or maybe a brown. Maybe a brown if I make it like hold on. Okay. So obviously that looks weird. That's a bit that's a bit too harsh. But we can adjust that. There's a bit more like that. This is a surprisingly difficult color to pick. I mean, obviously because it's like the main jacket color, that was one of the biggest colors you're gonna see throughout the drawing. And I want to keep a consistent color scheme. Okay. I think the last thing we're gonna do in today's stream is in fact gonna be pick the right color. So let's go ahead and now real quick. Okay. Yeah, one more song. There is one that I said I want to save for last. Let me see if I can find it here. Is it anywhere here? It is not. Okay. That's fine. Can you just look it up? Okay. This is the last song we're going to listen to today. This is Error by Vocaloid singer, or I guess Vocaloid band Nikki, or Mickey? Nikki, I think. covered by Tokoyami Toa, which is also one of my favorite VTubers. She's the one I drew that fan art of with like a bunch of hands holding together when she was in a little bit of a rough time. So yes, she is one of the best singers, just full stop. So you know, I'm definitely, I have a very soft spot for this one. Okay. I don't even want to talk too much over it because I just love this song so much. But we gotta keep the conversation going as best as I can. Okay. Let's try the queen again. Not that backhand queen. It's so hard to get this color right, but I think maybe the... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I've got an idea. I can make this color. If I change the, like, somewhere around this color, if I change the color of this thing. Hold on. Wait, someone. Is that a bit like too neon? Yeah, green on green is good, but this okay, now yeah, hold on. But we're getting somewhere. Actually, this doesn't look too bad. This actually looks fine, yeah. I just want this one to stand out a little bit more. So let's do a thing here. I do not recognize that phone number, so I'm gonna let it alone. Pick it up later if it keeps going. Okay, okay. And then this. A little bit. Yeah. Just a slight adjustment, but I think I like it. Yeah. Hold on, let's go with that. Okay. So the... Do I want these sleeves to be a different color? Nah, it's too much. There's too much going on. No, I want to make it. This is what I meant to do. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Yeah. That's how we do it. That's how it's gonna be. I like it. And with the shading, with the shading, it's gonna look so much better. Boom. There we go. And just in time for the song to end too. Okay. So again, we're making very slow progress on this thing, but we're making good progress. Slow, but good progress. So these are gonna be the colors. And the pants are gonna be roughly the same color. You know, like what else are we missing here? Yeah, so we're just missing the pants, the shoes. The pants are gonna be a similar color to the jacket. The shoes are gonna be a similar color to like the gloves. And then the tail is just the same color as the hair. And then the real colorful part's probably gonna be with the accessories, like the fan, the controller, and the wallet. Okay. The zipper color too. Yeah, the zipper can actually definitely stand out. Have a much brighter color than everything else because it's not overbearing. It's just a little part. Yes, that thing can be like cool looking. But this is where we're gonna leave off for today. So thank you guys for joining me. It is gonna be the kind of stream content that I make until we're able to go back to making proper stream content. Again, I can't make it too often, but you know, whenever I get the chance, I'll let you guys know. That we'll have a little bit of a stream. Thanks for the stream. Looking forward to the next one. Appreciate it. I definitely try to get the torso part done. I can try to do some good progress on this before the next time we stream. Because I do eventually want to move on to the actual live 2D rigging. So we can do something a little bit more different than just drawing. But hey, that's going to be for some other time. And for now, well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been all for today. And so here says goodbye. HoloPlay 40. Well, actually, no. I'm not HoloPlay 45 anymore. I'm Holo Bastion now. I still don't have a proper goodbye for my new name, but we'll figure something out. See you guys next time. Alright. And yes, I did save. Thank you for reminding me. Okay.